You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Culturally Dope Show. Cause we culturally dope. Sisters doing it for the culture.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. I got the salt like pasta. Keeping it real, no imposter. Kick back open like soccer. Gold mines all in my roster. Peak game, big and no pop. I got the key, no locker. Don't lowercase me, I'm proper. Double that cheese, no whopper. Yeah, I'm all for the win. Roll with the tide. And play no game, gotta keep me some fire. Look a little tight. Rope in the dope. I still like the jack with a little bit of coke. Pack going in and the crack going out. Might check in and I might check out. Moonwalk in, then I moonwalk out. If you ride that way, then you might just drive.
Just walked in this bitch and I'm fresh like the mannequin. Shot it on that drink, tripping, thinking I'm a mannequin. I know finesse to told that bitch to bring a friend again. Fuck the left the rubber from the bed, that shit was evidence. You can't ride this waist over there. Yeah, cause I'm getting paper. You can't ride this waist over there. I'm quick to shit on the hater. You can't ride this waist over there. This shit going on elevator. You can't ride this waist over there. Yeah.
Fret like a mannequin, fuck up a check, that paper on damage. They hate a word, they stressing, they panicking. Take that little bit, give a dick and I ram it in. Kill a pussy, call a motherfucking ambulance. You know what handed in big, know that I'm lit. You see the light show in the whip. Don Julio, all the niggas sip. Blowing up a gas, rolling out the zip. I got your bitch cruising on the drip. I got it on me, yeah, it's on my hip. Then when you lame ass nigga trip, I got the sack on me. I came in this bit with them racks on me. VVS is shining hard, got these nigga hating, but I bet this bitch want me. Who that?
Jones. Just walked in this bitch and I'm fresh like the mannequin. Shot it on that drink, tripping, thinking I'm a mannequin. I know finesse to told that bitch to bring a friend again. Fuck the left the rubber from the bed, that shit was evidence. You can't ride this waist over there. Yeah, cause I'm getting paper. You can't ride this waist over there. I'm quick to shit on the hater. You can't ride this waist over there. This shit going on elevator. You can't ride this waist over there. Yeah. Just walked in this bitch and I'm fresh like the mannequin. Shot it on that drink, tripping, thinking I'm a mannequin. I know finesse to told that bitch to bring a friend again. Fuck the left the rubber from the bed, that shit was evidence. You can't ride this waist over there. Yeah, cause I'm getting paper. You can't ride this waist over there. I'm quick to shit on the hater. You can't ride this waist over there. This shit going on elevator. You can't ride this waist over there. Yeah.
Sean.
All right, what up? I'm NeShanta. Where is my microphone?
Me. That's why I said, Sean. Speaking to the mic.
Something was not right.
Something was afoot.
What up? I'm NeShanta.
I'm Tip.
Welcome to the Culturally Dope Show, ladies and gentle thoughts, niggas and friends, saints and ain'ts. Gather around. We have another dope ass show for you. Happy day after hump day. We hope that you had somebody to hump, but if you did not,
hump yourself. Like, it's nothing wrong with a little self-humping.
Nothing wrong, because ain't nobody humping around. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for another dope show? We're going to get into the culture moment. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you. If you are a repeat offender, thank you. You know how we get down. We start off with something a little positive before we get into the mess. So the culture moment for this week, 16-year-old Caleb Smith of PG County, Maryland, has become the youngest glider pilot in the United States. His ultimate goal is to become a commercial airline pilot. He started his dream at 10 years old and has already had 33 solo flights. 33.
That's amazing. At 16.
At 16 years old.
Come pick me up. I got trips I'm trying to take. Yeah. I need somebody reliable to take me, and this young fella seems like he's doing the damn thing.
He's doing the damn thing.
Because the way Frontier set up.
Oh, and Spirit. Don't even try it. All right. So for our dope moment this week, Howard University's men golf team took on their second consecutive championship. But the crazy part about this is they just launched their Division One men and women teams between the 2020 and the 2021 season. First in more than 4 decades that the university has had a golf team. That's dope. That means, you know what that means. That means Black people are the entire ish.
Yeah, and
everything we touch.
And everything we touch. And then when I read some more on it, it was saying that, you know, there wasn't any funding, there wasn't you know, and some of the kids that are playing, they use it as an outlet for mental health issues and things of that nature. And then you have what basketball player I was telling you, Steph Curry, who's dedicated at least, you know, to help funding for the next 6 years.
Let me tell you something. Golf seems to be just one boring ass sport.
It actually is kind of fun.
I mean, if you take away the stick, it's just walking. It's just walking.
You hitting balls.
Okay, I was finna go too far.
Exactly.
It's too early in the show for us to start talking about balls. So we just not gonna do it. All right. So before we get into the mess, we like to jump into our RIPs and congratulations. Congratulations to Carmelo Anthony on his retirement announcement after 19 seasons. And he claimed a little girl.
I know.
So congratulations for that. I guess
mean,
he said,
she looked like him.
She looked just like him. I guess he said, I'm divorced now. I might as well.
Might as well.
But what about the twins? Because he had twins too, right?
I didn't know he was moving and shaking like that.
Yeah, I think that's what set Lala completely over the edge and said, you know what? You can have it.
He had already took it, so you can't give him something he was taking.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, speaking of Lala, you know, her new boo has been out, you know, been seen out with someone else.
I didn't know she had a boo.
Yeah, so they said she was talking to some fella, and then he was out with somebody else. So,
well, you know, niggas gonna niggas.
You're right.
So
you're right.
I'm not surprised. Right. I mean, they get a good girl and they fumble the bag, and she was already very jaded from Carmelo, so I'm sure that this did not help, not one iota, because she's already said she never wants to be married again because of him. Congrats to Lil' Kim on her XXL cover. Get it? Bow. Ooh, I wish y'all could see the dance.
They can.
I had to do the Kim.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Bill Lee, who is the father of Spike Lee. He passed away at the age of 94. Rest in peace to Jim Brown, activist, football player, philanthropist, and much, much more. He passed away at the age of 87.
Let me tell you something. That baby left around a tender, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he left a little young tender. My girl posted it.
When that girl posted, I said, "Oh, his daughter." Oh.
And other folks was like his granddaughter.
Yeah.
His wife.
That was his wife. Yes.
And folks like, oh, they've been together for a while.
Hey,
that don't make it okay. But
she was
okay.
licking on them old great.
Hey, you were gonna go too far.
Yeah. You know, we always go back to the ball. And then last but not least, this one I had to call and check on Joyce, child. I had to make sure Joyce was okay because Tina Turner has passed away at the age of 83.
Let me tell you something, baby. Lord, let me make it to 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
But I still want to be moving. I don't want to be sick and whatnot.
If I'm sick or if I'm an amputee.
Don't say what you're about to say.
Or no, just I done told Tip, if I get to that place and you still living, baby, pillow me. And y'all heard it here first. Put a pillow over me and take me the hell out. And don't charge my girl with nothing because that was an honor. Yeah.
Put that on paper. I mean, I'm not gonna be the one to do it, but put that on paper. I don't want no foolery.
You know who will do it? Your son. He'll do it.
Don't put my child in this.
Yeah, he will. If I let me come over and fix him a burger and don't put no cheese and no bacon on it, he'll sure as shit take me right out.
Why would you put that on my boy?
Oh, listen, he's local. Okay. So just in case.
He's local.
Did you want to do a little tribute to Tina?
Yeah. You want me to run it back?
They call it Nutbush.
Church house, gin house, schoolhouse, outhouse.
On where?
On highway number 19.
What do the people there?
The people keep the city clean.
What they call it?
They call it Nutbush. Oh, Nutbush. Now, what Nutbush is?
They call it Nutbush City, baby.
Nutbush what?
Nutbush City.
I'm saying. If
Um,
you don't know Nutbush, I'm pointing at the one who don't know it. I wish the camera would turn.
yeah, she don't. This one do. She don't know where Nutbush was.
You didn't hear Nutbush?
You never saw the movie? What's Love Got to Do with it?
And she sung
That's
that.
the opening song.
No, that ain't the opening one.
the main
But that's the
song.
main one where he told her.
I know how to sing it. I wrote it.
I wrote the words. I don't know the goddamn song.
And he came in there and was like, I need you to watch that again. I was actually gonna watch it last night just
man, baby, I like to see her run across that street.
A long time ago.
Yeah, not late, early. Yeah, that was early to me at 90s. That's an oldie,
like,
but a goodie.
Yeah, because what's his name? Who played Nutbush Daddy?
Nutbush Daddy.
What's his Lawrence Fishburne? He
didn't play Nutbush Daddy. He played Nutbush husband.
You know what I mean?
Me.
He acted like her husband. I mean, her daddy in some of the scenes.
Man,
but he done put on some weight, so you know that was a long time ago.
Yeah. One more time. Rest in peace, Anime Bullock.
Yeah. Oh, Anime. All right. So let's get into the mess of it all. Mr. Jackson, if you nasty, who we talking about? We are talking about Derek Jackson, proclaimed relationship guru, who was it 2021 or 2020, one of those years, went viral because he was exposed for being a cheater, pumpkin eater. His wife stood beside him in in her bonnet, her helmet of Christ, as she called it, and she sat there and looked like one fool as she defended him and held his hand. Oh, it was a mess to watch. But they are finally going through a divorce.
Great.
And
I'm so happy for her.
Divorce.
My divorce.
Yeah. So she is now airing out the tea. But while she airs him out, she's simultaneously airing herself out at the same time.
Yeah.
So she went on the Dear Future Wife podcast and opened about
wifey. Dear Future
Wifey. Dear Future Wifey.
And I say that because we don't want the people to mess up the Culturally Dope show.
That's true. So she went on the Dear Future Wifey podcast and opened up about her time with the proclaimed relationship guru. Let's get into the tea. Or as Nicki Minaj claims, she coined. Let's get into some things. They began dating at the age of 19. Both of them were 19 and they were at Tuskegee University. During their time, they were on and off again. He has admitted to cheating on her with over 100 women. Yes,
she said while they were in therapy, they had to, what was it called? Open set or ground zero?
Ground zero.
Where they had to, just come clean about everything. Yes. First, the hell of all, I don't even know 100 people on my Facebook.
I don't.
How do you know to write 100 people you done laid up with?
Your penis is disgusting.
And so when the man asked her, you mean 100 people within the confines of y'all marriage? Like since y'all been married, since y'all been knowing each other, 100 people in life?
She was like,
I didn't really get the answer on that, but we've been knowing each other since 19. Me, baby, since you've been knowing him.
Since you, because at 19, like you said, he wasn't even all that at 19.
So
a hell of them 100 came once he became the relationship quote unquote guru.
Since he became the relationship, and then he played football in college.
Yeah,
she was in a band. She was a band geek. So,
Yeah. So, she said that at one point she was a part of his rotation, and her days were Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And she stated that sometimes she would pass the other women in the hallway if her time ran longer or their time ran longer. Ain't no way in fuck hell I'm going to be a part of some shit like that.
Hello.
There is just no way that I'm going to ever be okay with being your side, your mistress, your other.
You're 5, you're 6, you're 7. Yeah. First of all, I got questions that need answers. And y'all can stop me because y'all know I will go well past too far.
I'm not gonna stop you. I'm gonna let you go. I do have to stop you because we have to get this commercial break. After the commercial break, you can rev that guy back up. I know. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and after we get back, we are going to jump back into some things with Mr. and Mrs. Jackson if they're nasty.
I guess you're trying to get a call from Carisha and old girl.
Oh,
Patience ain't no virtue with you. I done wasted plenty time pacing around, ain't this cool? You with bitches on the side and let my mind wander too. You relentless nigga, I don't need brand nigga. Text me like I'm waiting for you to come lie to me. On my days saying shit to hurt me, I can't compete. Still on the way, I lay awake if you not around me. I'm still on you, still go for you. Needing you to talk to me in your love language. Show me, yeah, how to connect to you. Help me understand how you speak your love language. Bad as I wanna be yours, I can get with your program. Section like a slow jam. Stick around cause I want to. Bad as I wanna keep focused. You remind me I'm imperfect and it sucks to admit. Nobody puts that purpose in me like you do. Still, nobody get that work up on me like you do. Nobody gets the truth about me quite like you. You're the definition of my right hand. Never mind riding backseat when you leave me. Talk to me in your love language. Show me, yeah, how to connect to you. Help me understand how you speak your love language. Call me like you can suppress memories of me. Call me like you got confessions queued up, like your last bitch looking chewed up, baby. Call me like you don't regret missing this old thing back on me. You know the difference between me and chickens.
You know me. You don't want to live. I don't want to go. I don't want to live. No.
Back to the Culturally Dope Show right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. So we left off talking about Derek Jackson, quote unquote, relationship guru, and we were getting into some things. His wife recently did the Dear Future Wifey podcast and aired his ass out. However, she aired herself out too. And she didn't make herself look so good, but I think because of some trauma that she has been through, we all had a soft spot for her. So we're going to jump into what actually came about. So she said that at one point in the relationship, she was in a rotation with other women, and her days were Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And she stated that sometimes she would pass those other women in the hallway if her time ran over or daytime ran over. Ain't no way in hell. That's just that. Second thing, she said that they fell in love after 3 days. I don't trust you because I don't know you.
That's number one. That's number two, and that's number three. You're talking about fell in love with what?
I don't even know what is your middle name.
I don't know you, sir.
Is your second toe longer than your big one? I don't know. I don't know you. So how am I in love with you?
And you wear drawers to sleep.
Yeah, and she also said that they met 3 weeks after her being raped. So she was already in a very vulnerable and traumatic state, and him just complimenting her and telling her how pretty her eyes were, because she said at the time she was chubby. She said fat.
I wouldn't say that. Just looking back at their college pictures,
okay,
that she was fat. Like, I feel like all of us thought we were like chubby or fat in college, and we're looking back at them pictures. Not me, bitch. Give me that size.
Give me that body today, God. I won't complain.
I'm just saying, like, she did not.
Yeah,
it did not appear to be like fat. You know, she might have been a little softer. Yeah, I'll say, but
she did say that she was fat. She said that she had acne and she had unkept braids. Those were her words.
She did have unkept braids. I will give her those Sealy braids. She did have those.
It was college, and so
and she was in the band.
Yeah, and I do feel like he knew what he was doing. She was a smart, quiet girl. He knew that she probably didn't get a whole bunch of attention. So let me shower you with these compliments, and you're gonna be easy. And she fell victim and she fell prey to that. And sadly, she stayed in that shit like way too long. And ended up having 2 children.
Because she said that's when she kind of like was like, oh, okay, I need to get my shit together after she got pregnant with the first kid.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't do this, but it was like, I don't want to lose him, so I'm gonna stick beside him, and I'm gonna keep doing the shit.
She said after after she had the first baby, or while she was pregnant with the first baby, she
No. Let's not. After she was pregnant with the fourth, because she had been pregnant. Three times before.
Had 3 abortions.
Yeah.
And so when she got pregnant that 4th time, she said, "I will take my baby and I will move back to Denver, and I will raise this baby with the help of my mom and my aunt."
Yeah, because she had already told herself.
Yeah.
Well, she had told God, you know, if you get me out of this one last time, I won't do it again. And
she did it again.
Yeah.
So
that's why she said she couldn't have the abortion that time.
So this man is cheating on you. I mean, cheating boots. And you still letting him run up in that thing. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw.
Is this camera on me?
So he's running up in you raw, shooting the club up, ra-ta-ta-ta, and you got pregnant 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. No. Girl, no. She said that they almost did not even get married because he cheated 3 weeks before the wedding.
I don't understand why she thought he wasn't going to.
And he cheated with somebody that he had already cheated with before.
Yeah. First of all, any man that makes you watch him have sex with other women on video for you to perfect how you should have sex with him, I don't have nothing for you.
Any woman that would watch the video and try to perfect her sex so that the sex is good enough for you so that you can still continue to have sex with other people, I have nothing for you.
Because what did she say? She knew their body
better than she knew her own.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
First of all, if I see a video of you having sex with somebody else, it's a rap then. I'm damn sure not going to study it and then try to perfect.
Right.
Okay, so I'm supposed to arch my back after 7
Okay,
pumps.
let him push my knees into my stomach.
Okay,
hold your breath. Okay, a little choke. Okay.
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 Oh! I'm just,
But you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I still have questions that need answers. We ain't gonna slide by my question.
What's your question?
Because Sweetie said they were coming and a going, okay?
And he was too.
And there you go. What is he the inventor of the honey pack? Because how the hell was it still coming and going?
Well, see, maybe this is just me being naive, right? Maybe he wasn't having sex with all of them every time. It could have been just like, you remember on The Game when Melanie and Durham was going through that thing and they was dancing and emphasizing and they would just play board games, but she was having sex with the other person.
Bitch, I'm not going back and forth and passing you to and fro to be playing board games.
I'm just saying, maybe it wasn't always the sex. Maybe it was a little Uno,
I'm not going to be one of 10 to be playing Uno.
Draw 4,
So he was just giving all these women some form of pleasure.
Some form of pleasure, some form of attention.
Did he have a low self-esteem cult or something?
He probably did, though.
No, I'm saying, did he form a low self-esteem cult?
I'm saying that he probably did as well, which is when he got to college and he got a little muscle and got a little, notoriety. He probably ran with that shit and turned into the person that he is.
But what I'm saying is, it had to be a cult and these people were locked in.
For real, I mean, I omitted that question because it's obvious. You have to have low self-esteem to be passing and coming the next bitch in the hallway. What y'all, slap 5?
Let me tell you something. I'm passing, all right?
Girl, he on one tonight. Ew.
He ready. No. I got him. Warmed it up for you.
Warmed
it up for you.
Taco meat in the fridge. Did that for, like, come on now.
Dick and dinner.
Like, oh shit. This grimy nigga was even messing off with one of his cousins. Now, albeit a cousin by
cousin by marriage.
By marriage, it was still a cousin. Okay, nonetheless. She eventually said that, after they got married, they had their second baby. She fell in love with the lifestyle. Like, he became Derek Jackson with the X. He became the relationship guru, and with that came money. With that became status. With that became power. And she was kind of drunk on that shit. Man. And so her and her helmet of salvation decided that they would stick.
Let me tell you something. If I'm gonna stick beside that, I'm gonna look like somebody sticking beside it. You won't have me with a helmet of salvation walking around looking at food.
Let me tell
you
something.
Will not have me dressed up like a Mormon.
There is no way you could cheat on me, get that shit aired out on a podcast, have it go viral, and then ask me to stand by you and not give me hair, makeup,
Baby,
glam
squad should have been there.
She got on there looking like she had just finished cleaning up the kids' playroom.
And he said, hey, come on over here. What you say, Chris? You went to school with him?
Ooh, Chris, I bet you got some
tea.
tea.
I know you got tea.
Got some tea. All right, we're going to move on to our next story, and that's I'm the biggest lame that you've seen thus far. Who are we talking about? We talking about DJ Envy and Rick Ross. If you have not heard about them and what they got going on, let's get into it. So DJ Envy is a bit corny. I will say that. But Rick Ross is just a complete lame. I have always thought he was a lame. He has never not been lame. His beard is stupid. He's slew-footed. Friend. And everything about him is just lame. So DJ Envy and Rick Ross are battling it out over who has the better car show. And it has gone a little bit too far.
It's given very much who got the biggest dick.
It's a, what do they call it? A dick pinching contest?
And that's never what they call it. So let it move along.
Dick pissing contest. Yeah, that ain't it either.
It's just a pissing. It's just pissing contest.
Oh. Okay.
Moving right along.
All right. So Ross went on Drink Champs and they asked him a question and he dissed Envy's car show. Rick Ross has only done one car show. If we just be honest about that. While Envy has done several and has done them throughout the years, he does one quarterly, I do believe. And he travels around the world and does them. His next one is in Memphis, and he has linked up with Young Dolph's family, and he's gonna have Young Dolph's entire fleet of cars there. I think that's dope. Yeah. So back to the subject at hand. So Ross said, I don't want to do Envy like that. His car show isn't on my level. Now, Envy took offense to that, and he spoke on the fact that his car show is done for the community. He does it for the community, not just for profit. He said that as a kid, his parents didn't have a lot of money. They weren't able to go out and participate in a lot of things. So he wants families to be able to come out and have a good time. He charges $19.99 for his car show so the families can attend, while Rick Ross' car show starts at $320.
Yeah, and goes, you know he done went up this year
and goes.
Yeah, and I seen one for $5.
Yeah, and it goes up to $500.
Yep.
Sir, you are having this on your lawn.
On your lawn, and let's not even talk about you trying to include your car in there.
Yeah, and the good people of Fayetteville are sick of it. Yeah. He can win his own car show. Yes. All right. So they went back and forth for days, dissing each other. Envy called Ross Fat Boy. Ross called Envy Beige Boy, which he got from Charlamagne the God, so it's not that funny to me. Envy came dressed as a correctional officer because we all know that when Rick Ross came on the scene, it was put out there that he was a CO and he wanted to lie and deny for whatever reason. It is okay.
You know, he wanted to be hardcore.
But it is okay to have a regular job.
It is okay. It is okay to be a regular ass nigga. Sir, okay. You went to the Albany State University.
Yes, and you
played football.
A regular nigga now, just with some money.
That's it.
So, even though there was picture proof, he still denied being a correctional officer. So Ross claps back by saying Envy's girlfriend, who we know is his wife,
it's his whole wife
that he has been with since they were 16 years old, can come polish his pickleball. And he had a pickleball paddle in his hand. And he also referenced Envy not being able to make his wife orgasm for the first 10 years of their relationship. Now, if you have not heard this story, Envy and his wife wrote a book and they talked about it in the book. Envy, basically they started having sex at 16. She didn't know what she was doing. He didn't know what he was doing. So he was getting up there just pumping and sweating, and he was not making her orgasm. But through penetration. But, once he, licky, he was able to.
Hey, once he do what?
Licky.
You ain't gonna slide by that fucker right there.
He was able to get her to orgasm. So of course Rick Ross brought that up. But the thing is, you can't spray me with my own teeth.
Hello, I dropped that out there.
So you
and we said that to help some grown folks who still ain't getting it.
Yeah,
they gotta have some licky before you sticky.
How does Pretty V put up with him and his beard?
Come on now, she can be quite corny her damn self.
She can be, but she's such a pretty young girl, pretty young teen.
Okay, and he's had quite a few pretty young teens.
That's true too. But let's just be honest. If he was still that correctional officer with that eye cocked like a pistol, he would not be getting the kind of play that he get now. He would not. Was nobody checking for CO Ross? Ross looked like he have a smashed up Twinkie in his front pocket at all times. And a lifetime membership to the Little Debbie outlet.
Moving right along.
Okay. So if you want to attend and you have an extra $350 laying around, Rick Ross Car Show is this weekend at his home. I'm sure most of you know where
and the people have told him he cannot.
Yeah, even though it is the city of Fayetteville has prohibited him from having this car show, he went on live and said that he is doing it anyway. Way. And he also said that he is going to run for the mayor of Fayetteville.
Okay, and watch my dust.
Sir.
Have several seats.
You just do shit just to do it. Like, why you have wild buffalo and the buffalo got loose? Them neighbors do not like them. Like the buffalo all on these people's porch. Now you having a car show, people can't get in and out their house. All right, next topic. Raspy lying. Y'all get it? You see what we did there? Raspy lying.
Yeah,
okay. But tip your waitress, bitch. I'll be here all weekend. Okay, so for more than 10 years, Raspy has been adamant that former manager and cousin Chris Stokes groomed and molested him as a teen. I know we have all heard this story. He has done several interviews and cried in our faces while telling the exact same story over and over and over again. He painted Chris Stokes as a manager, and now in 2023 he is saying that the story he was telling for all these years was a lie.
Yes.
In a recent IG post, Razzle Dazzle stated that Chris was never his pain, but instead his protector.
Sounds like a little PP to me.
Sounds PP-ish.
Real?
Not the PP and P.
And the P.
Okay.
Meanwhile, bring back the PP.
Please
and
bring
the P.
it back. I will not be scared this time.
I will not fear what God said in front of me this time.
I won't. He also went on to say that he was abused by others like a rag doll. And by the time Chris Stokes took custody of him, he was a mess. He took all of his pain and frustration out on Chris. And he was also angry that B2K broke up, and he took it out on him as well. He states that he wasn't the guy he painted him out to be, and he followed it up by saying Marcus Houston is his favorite artist. Now that's when I knew it was all a lie. That's when I knew it was all a lie, because Marcus ain't had but 4 songs.
I mean, come on, baby, turn the lights on, let's get naked.
Now, them 4 songs were some bops. Now.
They were some bops, but
favorite artist, that's a stretch. Now,
favorite. And Marcus' new story don't help him at all with this story.
I don't know what to believe, but I'm inclined to believe that the story he's telling right here today in 2023 is the lie.
Cap. Because why wait almost over 10 years or more to tell this story?
And also,
because you were just saying at the top of this year, this still happened.
You were just at the top of the year.
When the whole Marcus Houston thing came out, you were just still talking shit.
And that was like 2 months ago.
Hello, Cap.
And his story has not changed in all of these years. So I am not
like no adding, no subtraction. Same story.
He is not telling the truth. I don't care what he said. But we all know Raz B is crazy as a fucking soup sandwich. He is, baby. And if you put soup on a sandwich, you are a fool. And so is Razzle Dazzle.
Well, Kia had put soup on it. Never mind, Kia.
Kia, she about to put your business out there. She about to put you out there, friend.
She thought it was dip.
At least she thought it was dip. She wasn't trying to make a soup sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't believe it. And then video came out today. They have put Razzle Dazzle in a hospital, I believe a mental facility, and he was caught on video today trying to escape.
My boy said, I got to get back to Bad Boys Club.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because he's on the show.
He's a baddie.
For Baddie South. I don't know if he's doing it for clicks and bait.
Come on, now they all doing it for clicks, bait, and a check.
But it's gone a little too far. I think you had a song that went along with this.
What song?
I
Will Never Lie Again. Y'all remember that, Immature?
Yeah.
You will always be my friend. My friend.
All right. So next we're moving on to Church Folks Be Church.
Man.
This story really
Why you got me started?
grinding my damn.
It is grinding my gears, baby. They got my Instagram almost shut down.
Shut down.
Because I made a statement.
She made a statement. So why do church folks be churching? We talking about Dietrich Haddon.
D. Hattie, Pastor D. Hattie.
Pastor artist
D. Hattie
is under fire by the
Yet
church
again.
folk again for having his wife twerk on him at his 50th
I
birthday
mean,
party.
do we really want to call that a twerk? She gave a swirl.
My girl did a very lazy church twerk.
She gave like a bend over and roll it. Like she really.
It wasn't even a roll. It was like a throwback. It was like,
My girl gave a quick little throw that ass in a circle.
She gave a throwback Thursday.
She did.
Yeah.
She didn't give a back it up and dump it. Like,
No.
I'm like, y'all tripping like she backed it up and dumped it.
Baby, I grind.
Now, what he did do now, I will say he was pressed forward on that thing.
But that's his wife.
Man, hey, I feel like after that dance, they had to walk together away.
Friend, I have grinded more than that while making eggs and
Okay,
in the
baby,
kitchen
I
in the
knew
morning.
you were going somewhere else.
see
I'm
what I'm
so
saying?
glad you cleaned that.
Yeah, like, come on. That was a weak twerk. And that's her husband and that's his
That is
wife.
her
At
husband.
his birthday party.
50th, y'all. I thought the man was 40.
A lot of people don't even live to make it to 50.
Hello. So if that man wanted a small twerk from his wife,
in her sheer polka dot
in her
top.
sheer top that she got from the local Ross.
Not too much on Ross.
Hey, you wouldn't have wore that sheer top.
Yeah, I would have. It was polka dot and sheer. Not too much on Ross.
Oh, girl.
Girl, you know I goes up for some Ross now.
You right. You were
Look,
just there
how many
earlier.
of y'all in the comments like Ross? Give me some hearts. Show
Let me
some
tell you
hearts if
something.
y'all like the
The
local
people
Ross.
just put her out of Ross earlier
Baby,
today.
because I've been to 2 Rosses today already. Okay.
And got snapped on at one of them.
I did get snapped on. That's another story for another day. But one of the managers, child, I put something on hold and it was there too long because he was upset about it. Oh, get your boxers out of your butt, Harold.
He might need somebody to twerk on him.
Right. So like we said, this was his wife, not his side piece, his girlfriend, a random church goer, his baby mama, a lady of the evening. It was his wife. It was a twerk for Jesus. Now, when
Drop it low for Jesus. Hey.
bow, bow.
Drop it low for Jesus. Bow. 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 Bow.
Bow. Okay, so when did Christianity mean that you can't have fun? When did Christianity mean that you can't live life? When did being a Christian mean that you have to be boring?
Or you can't dance with your
Or
husband.
you can't dance with your significant other at your birthday party that you paid for.
And that you invited your people and you told your people, hey, we're going to have a good time. If y'all not ready to have a good time, don't even come.
Don't come. Because what we doing is twerking for Jesus.
Hello. Somebody's in the comments said they just mad because they had twerk to take me to the king or whatnot.
Oh God, it was the voice. But you just from his music, and if you watched his reality show, because when he had the reality show I watched, he's not the typical pastor.
Hello, he has been a millennial pastor since.
Like, he doesn't dress like a typical pastor. He doesn't act like one. Like,
and we both know the man tiptoes on the secular and the
my boy got one foot in the world.
Okay? Hello,
he's got one toe in the world.
But the man got a congregation. He done brought the people over though.
And he's the type of person I would want to attend his church.
Just be quite honest with you, yes,
because I know you're flawed.
Transparent.
Yes.
I want to be. I want to relate. I'm tired of these folks going and you're doing all that, and I don't know nothing.
Nothing, because you're trying to portray yourself as being perfect.
And then at the back, you leaving out the back smoking cigarettes in your car on the church ground.
Loose Newports in the hard box.
Meanwhile, doing God knows what in your office
with the loose women's.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all we saying.
The mothers be talking about cover the ladies' legs up. Ma'am, you're lifting that ankle length skirt of yours.
When you shout. Hello.
No.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
What I mean, that do
child, you know, I'm just ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know, I done been in quite a few ministries. I done seen some things.
Baby, my daddy was a pastor.
Oh, you right.
My grandfather was a pastor.
You know, my mom on
My aunt was a pastor.
my mom on the announcement board. That's
My
what she get up there and
uncle
say.
was a pastor.
Announcements.
Joyce was an usher. My grandfather was an usher.
Then say some things.
Geraldine led some songs in the choir.
You know, I done slept on a many a word. You know, I used to sing devotional.
Okay.
I knew all the
And you was one piece of
Turkey.
we gonna move past that.
Okay.
All right. So next, because she was gonna go too far, and I don't have no money to put in her collection plate. Okay.
Because you know I'm gonna come around shaking hands in just a second now.
Shaking
Before
hands.
I get on that
kissing
one knee and
babies.
pray about breakfast.
All right. So it's not a black thing is our next story. TikTok is making y'all lose your damn minds, freedom, and livelihood.
Social media, man. Social media in a whole.
Prankster Mizzy has recently been arrested, banned from TikTok, YouTube, and IG. Why? Because this concert took it a step too far by running up in people's homes while recording himself. Let me tell you something. You run up in mine, you won't run out.
Run up, get done up. Ain't that what they said?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's running in people's houses, recording, and then telling the people, "Are you ready to die?"
Shit. And my question would have been, are you?
Are you? Clearly, he is the one that wanted to because you done ran up in somebody's house. Like that's where you draw the line. One, you don't know what these people have in their house. Two, people have kids to protect, family members to protect, heirlooms to protect, money to protect, their things to protect, and you running up in there playing. Like
for the sake of some clicks and some likes.
And likes. It's too much. We have gone way too far trying to get popular on fucking social media. If it wasn't so good for my business, I wouldn't be on it. I'll be honest with you.
I tiptoe around it because you know I learned a few things on the Tick and the Top.
Things on TikTok, but it's like all of the other shit.
All the other shit I can do without.
So now he's saying that everyone is only in an uproar because he's black. No, baby, no.
That ain't got nothing because we the black community are not with you either.
No, and it's not a black thing; it's an ignorant thing.
Ignorant.
If we be real about it,
I almost told you the name that they called that, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
Go ahead.
ER hard.
Okay, don't do it. All right.
All right.
Yeah. Our last story today, we're gonna call it Cry Baby. Now we definitely have mixed thoughts and feelings on this next story, right? So Kim Kardashian says on a recent podcast interview that sometimes she cries herself to sleep at night after dealing with her kids, and the public outrage has commenced. People are saying she has all kinds of help, and other moms who don't have the same amount of help are making it happen. But my thing is this, right? Just because she has the means to have all the help in the world does not mean that she has it. She could very well be way more hands-on in her parenting than we assume. We make a lot of assumptions about celebrities because we have more access to them than we did back in the 80s and the 90s. And social media has made us feel like we know these people, right? So while I feel like the Kardashians are privileged. I feel like they do all the culture vulturing and all of that stuff. I feel like even if you have all the help in the world, sometimes your kids do things and it makes you cry. Sometimes your kids do things and it makes you question yourself as a mother or yourself as a father. So who are we to say she has no right to cry? First of all, her kids are tiny terrorists, if we be real.
I will agree with you on that.
That goddamn North is going to burn the house down by the time she's 13 because she's already said the house was ugly.
Fugly, if you ask her.
Saint is on the social medias telling people, hey weirdos,
if you're watching this, I hate you.
I hate you. And who knows what Chicago and Psalm are doing.
I think those are the sweeties.
Those may be the sweeties or they may not.
They weren't too exposed to the Ye.
And that's another thing. She has Ye as a father to her children. So she may be crying herself to sleep because of that reason alone. That's enough to fucking cry baby.
She told her mom that his presence on social media is going to be way worse than her tape.
No, I think they're both combined.
Yep. I was like,
both of them combined have done irreparable damage to those children.
Yeah,
and
she said
irreparable damage to those
her
children.
tape will not be nothing compared to what he's done.
I mean, but Kanye has done a lot on social media.
Kanye is still doing a lot on social media. Did you not see him in sock shoes and a goddamn football jersey today?
I did not.
With police on the back, written in
I did not see that.
Yeah, written in another language.
But just and okay. A lot of people are going to say, well, she chose him. She knew this and she knew that, and she still chose to have kids with him. That's true. She did know who he was, and she did choose to have 4 children with him. But that doesn't mean that at some point you can't regret your decisions.
That is indeed true. I do agree with that. I'm not going to say she shouldn't have vocalized that she cries herself to sleep with those kids, but she do have a tad bit more privilege than the rest of us.
Yeah.
With kids. You know what I'm saying? I mean, those kids are afforded things I probably will, I'm not going to say never, but you know, in this moment are not having.
At the age of 40, I don't have.
At
42.
There you go.
Shit, I'm 42. Let me not lie about it. Okay. I agree with that. But even still, that does not mean that you don't feel that you've made mistakes as a parent, or that you've disappointed your children, or that you don't know if you're making the right decision.
But that's true. I agree with that.
I have cried myself to sleep about my kid. My kid is 23. And I still feel sometimes like, ooh, did I do this right? Did I mother too much? Did I do this wrong? Or could I have done a better job at this? So I don't see why just because she has privilege, she can't vocalize how she feels.
And I agree with you on that. I do feel like she can vocalize how she feels. It still was just like, girl.
You feel like it was a little tone deaf. Okay. All right. So before we get out of here, we are going into our group chat. If this is your first time listening to the show, then our group chat is just exactly what it is. Stuff you would talk about in a group chat amongst your girls or amongst your guys. And this week we are talking about prom send-offs. I tell you what, I'm fucking sick of it.
I'm gonna be real honest with you. And why the fuck is prom still going on? Like, it is May. Y'all not out of school yet? Give me a graduation send-off.
I am so very nervous for when my bonus daughter goes to prom.
I'm nervous for when Nate goes because
when Nate goes, because I know that when her child goes to prom, it's going to be my responsibility. It
surely is, because he's gonna be driving Quavo. That's my Honda CRV, and wearing a pair of forces in a suit.
No,
he will wear a pair of forces.
Not if I'm on the
not
committee.
Black. But white?
No, because you're a bona fide psychopath if you wear the black ones.
You are definitely a bona fide psychopath if you wear
black
ones.
I do not, or a J. I don't give a shit what you say. The black ones are no. Okay, so the prom send off, like, I'm not here to tell people how to spend their money. It's your money. You do with it what you will, right? But to me, the prom send-offs are just a little too much.
It's just way over the top. The dresses, the outfits.
The outfits. It's getting to the point where, if I be real honest, most of the boys are trying to get their stuff custom made because the girls are having their stuff custom made, and you getting it done in Filene's basement, and it looks a mess. It's
not giving match my fly. Like,
it's not giving anything. The girls is showing up with umbrellas. They got Lambo trucks.
Only way I give them the umbrellas is if you're in New Orleans.
If you're in New Orleans,
that's it. A lot of them are not. They are not. And why the hell are these people standing on the dresses? That has stressed me out to no end, baby.
Let me tell you something. If I were to have it, not even if I were to have a custom, baby, if I had a gown from the local Ross or the local Goodwill, do not stand on my shit.
Don't you stand on it. Now, let me tell you what I have enjoyed. Those ones that have the feathers, and they've been taking a picture with the feathers folded up, and then they drop it. Ooh!
No, those are nice.
Ooh.
But I just, in my opinion, the prom send-offs are just too much. What happened to a few wings? You know, a little chicken salad.
Baby, we didn't even do all that. You know, my folks came out, click, click, click. All right, y'all, see y'all tonight at 1.
A little Dr. Thunder, because, you know, we couldn't have no Dr. Pepper.
Senior year, baby, I slept over.
No. Well, I did too, but that's because my mama had just got a new boo. So I She really relinquished the leash a little bit.
Yeah, baby, I got me a little roomy room.
But my thing, I did too, but lost the damn confirmation and didn't know that you could just go. Yeah, I didn't know.
Had no business with a room.
Didn't. People renting exotic cars, having custom suits and dresses made, and they are going out, standing in front of homes that look like they should be boarded up.
Baby, let me tell you something. The ones that are showing up in caskets is pissing me off.
Cause why?
No, you see they doing the new lotto challenge too.
Rip
me out the plastic.
I'll be acting brand new.
And the bitch almost suffocated in that goddamn plastic, waiting on that boy to rip it.
Almost passed the hell out.
Passed the hell out. Makeup ugly.
But my thing is, what are we doing for graduation? What are we doing for
my thing.
Weddings? What are we doing for college graduations? Y'all doing all of this just for prom? I saw one when I tell you. So I have folders, different folders on Instagram where you save stuff.
Yeah.
I have different folders, and I have one, wedding ideas if I ever get married again, beauty, house, like all of these categories. I didn't want to save that shit in my wedding folder because it was literally just that nice. It was that damn nice. I mean, she had the Chivalry chairs, the balloon arches. They had rented all kind of custom furniture. Like, it was nice as shit. And this is just her prom send off, but the outside of the house looked like it was in shambles. Y'all need a fucking roof. That's it. That's all I have to say. That's how we feel about the prom.
That's it. It's another lady doing reviews online. I highly suggest you go look at them because they are funny as shit.
A hoot. All right, culture debate. Would you date a known abuser or a alleged abuser? Yes or no?
Hell no.
No. Like that gospel song said, if he did it before, he'll do it again.
If he did it before, bow, 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 he'll do it again. Slap, slap, slap.
It was the fact that my head went with you.
I'm just so we got this debate from I don't know if you guys have noticed, Making Good and what's
Jonathan,
his face? That's I forgot that man Nelson. That's a gospel singer. Jonathan. What
Majors,
that man?
Majors.
That's Jonathan Majors are supposedly dating now.
I mean, they was down to the Red Lobster having cheddar bay biscuits yesterday.
They was getting off the aeroplane.
Unlimited trip, or you can
they
eat.
was so they out here and they like, and I just feel like me. Baby, read the room right now. Like, I know he's guilty and you black, so you guilty to prove innocent. But baby, read the room for right now. It's not the time.
It's not the time. And then it's like, it just happened. So how, like, if this was his quote unquote girlfriend, when did y'all start talking?
See, that's what I was about to say. That's why
happened.
I feel like that's why the shit happened. Now that we think about it.
Maybe she was the one.
She was the one texting him.
But here's my thing. You was with Becky with the good hair around here looking scrumptious. All the girls is like, oh my God, Jonathan Major, you on the cover of the magazines. You looking tender. You are hanging out with Michael B. Jordan. And then you get with a black woman and you cut your beard off.
Sure, keep coming out this beard. This beard was spotty. First of all, no, don't keep that spotty beard.
Faced ass out of here,
sir. Don't keep the spotty beard. Let it go.
No, you don't. Nobody wants a booty face.
Nobody wants a spotty face.
Yeah, I take spotty over.
I will never take alopecia face over booty
because he doesn't even look attractive at all now.
We ain't really seen him. We've been seeing him in the hoodie.
Oh, he looks like an old man named Jeb that works on Honda Civic.
He looked like a strong ass slave before
and smokes loose cigarettes.
You know they called that man a strong slave before, so nothing's different.
But it's worse now.
Go ahead and go to the culture quote. I ain't fooling with you.
I know some of y'all, if y'all black and y'all listening, the culture quote for this week, you don't believe fat meat is greasy. How many of y'all mama, your grandmama, your uncle, your auntie told y'all that? Probably not you, Sunshine.
She said she heard it.
Okay.
My girl, 80% black.
Yeah, cruising for a bruising. All right.
We ain't gonna let you live that one down.
Never, ever. All right, so y'all just believe it. The fat meat is greasy, and what that means is run up, get done.
If somebody give you a warning or a consequence,
take heed.
Okay. All right.
That was another episode of the Culturally Dope Show. I think it was a good one. What you think?
Always to me.
Yeah, we are We are mastering this.
We're rounding a year on this thing.
We are. We should do like a live something for the people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we should do that. That would be dope. Okay, so we'll put some stuff together. That's the end of our show. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Culturally Dope Show. We are here every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the day after Hump Day. We certainly hope you had somebody to hump.
And if you didn't hump yourself.
And also suck it easy.
And if you can't suck it easy,
suck it hard.
Hey!
Hey, the secret's out. Hits 92.3 is now accepting submissions for brand new shows. That's right, you could become a radio personality right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You don't have experience? That's okay. You don't live in Georgia? That's okay. You don't know what to do now? Now that's not okay. But your girl is here to help you out. Email us today at hits923newshow@gmail.com and tell us about your potential show with Hits. Again, that email address is hits923newshow@gmail.com. Don't be last. The slots are filling fast.
I get the backward and roll up the green. I'm dressing low 3.5 doesn't make me a fiend. Have you ever seen me tree free? No, I needed to breathe and I needed to function. I roll out before work, that's how I keep my habits funded. I get the backward and roll up the green. I'm dressing low 3.5 doesn't make me a fiend. Have you ever seen me tree free? No, I needed to breathe and I needed to function. I roll out before work, that's how I keep my habits funded.
Love it when you ride around and then call me girl. You know you got options in your phone. Some for the texting, some for caressing. You call me when stressing, girl. Wanna sit back and watch you roll it up and get high, but wanna see how close we can get from touching the sky, but you knowing that the boy is really feeling you. Roll it past it, banging, now it's time for round two. Twisted fingers like we banging, I just roll two. Don't treat her like she famous, so she comfortable. For you, girl, I'ma do whatever I gotta do. Girl, you're better than Detroit playing at 92.
Frankie, baby. I get the backward and roll up the green. I'm dressing low 3.5 doesn't make me a fiend. Have you ever seen me tree free? No, I needed to breathe and I needed to function. I roll out before work, that's how I keep my habits funded. I get the backward and roll up the green. I'm dressing low 3.5 doesn't make me a fiend. Have you ever seen me tree free? No, I needed to breathe and I needed to function. I roll out before work, that's how I keep my habits funded.
I be keeping rolling ganja. When y'all call it that gas, that should keep me far from problems.